Here we got a very rare car. This is a 1964 Studebaker Avanti. I remember when these are out. These were like, I think there's some, I think it's got the 727 Mopar trans in it. It's got the 289. I'm not sure what the trans is. I'll ask the guy maybe. It's all fiberglass, factory built-in roll bar, factory installed stainless steel exhaust with straight pipes, sure grip rear. I think that's the 8. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I think it's got some Mopar. I think it's got a mixture of Ford and Mopar in it. I think. So this is an engine. This is a 289 Ford engine. So it's got straight pipes, stainless steel. It's an automatic. And we'll find out later. But I think it's not a Ford, and I think it's Mopar transmission. But look at this in 1964. The styling on this car was like, you could sell this car today and you could say it's a 2024. And this is, so that would be 40 years old, right? Wait a minute. 64, it's 60 years old. 60 years old when it's 40 years, man. God. Yeah, it's 60 years old. I'm thinking of my Chevy 78, it's like 46 years old now, or 47 or whatever. This is well styled, you know. Got this in the window. Yosemite Sam, right? Got the S for the snake. You see how the door, like, this is cool too. Like the door, maybe it's not good if you're in the rain though, because it doesn't have a rain gutter, but you won't hit your head when you open up the door. It's you know, you got some, you get in there and it looks like you sit pretty low in those seats. You got bucket seats. You got some headroom to get in there. I believe. Oh no, that's just the body. I thought that was the door. They said, no, I'm wrong. That's the door that goes down like that. So I guess that's maybe for the rain, or it's just with the body styling. You know, kind of swoops up like that. For a second, I thought that was a door seam. Nope. Kind of just winging it here, you know. And what is this for? Oh, that's a hood latch, because it opens from that side. So you got two dual pins, and the mirrors are up on the fenders, which is actually much better, or better, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, you don't have to worry about this hood flying open when you're driving or something, because it opens from the rear, and it's got dual pins on it. That's freaking pretty awesome. Normally you just got one pin in the front, right? Notice the body, how angular it is too. See how this bumper goes around here with the bumperettes, the little bumper guards on it, what are you going to call them? Aftermarket wheels, should go well with the car. Looks like they're 5-spoke, yeah, 5-spoke. Classic, very classic. Let's get back here just a bit. Oh yeah, you got the Studebaker thing on the hood there. See how that goes. That's cool add-on, you know. To do all that extra stuff, today they just make them as cheap as possible and charge you as much money as possible, you know. Well, this is cool. This car is made out of fiberglass. I guess you'd have to worry about the frame rotting or something. Stainless steel exhaust, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Straight pipes, you don't have to worry about mufflers. So 48,000 original miles and a frame off restoration in 2002. Sure grip. When they talk in that name, that when you talk sure grip, that terminology is Chrysler. So I think I do remember that right. That's probably the 8 3/4 pumpkin rear end from Chrysler. So even though it's got a Ford engine in it, it's got a Chrysler rear end. I think it has the 727. Hey, does this have the 727? You got the Chrysler rear in this, right? The 8 3/4.
Pardon?
You got the Chrysler rear in there, the 8 3/4.
This is all Studebaker.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean the actual trans and engine. I mean the trans.
Studebaker. Everything is Studebaker.
The 289 is a Studebaker only motor.
289 is Studebaker. I had it all Studebakers in that year.
So I thought it was a Ford.
No, just the size, but it's Studebaker.
Oh.
You can see the difference in the size. It's a bigger engine.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm talking wrong, man.
Everything, the way this car came out of the factory, looking like that.
Maybe it's some other car I'm confusing with, because I know there's some other car.
Well, yeah, Ford had a 289.
Oh, I know that. But I mean, there was another car that had like, it's a custom, I guess it's not this one, obviously, but it had a Chrysler Trans in it, and different motor.
It could have been.
But not
car,
this.
They stopped making these in 1963.
Yeah.
But they built them aftermarket. Somebody bought the molds. This is all part of it. Somebody bought the molds and all the parts they could, and they made them all the way until 2005.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
They're
Maybe it
called
was
the Avanti 2.
Maybe that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
there's a blue one going to be here someplace. I think it's got a Chevy in it.
Yeah, I saw one that had a Ford. It had a Mopar. It had a Ford motor, 289 Ford, and it had the 727 torque flight transmission from the Chrysler in the rear. Okay, that's where
They made them up until 2006.
But you have. This is all Avanti.
This is factory.
Wow, I never knew that.
It's the factory original.
So I started out this, doing a video here, and I started out saying the wrong thing.
The factory original Studebaker.
I wasn't aware of that. I remember doing one. I could have sworn I remember doing one that had different engine that was like there's mixed match manufacturers.
What they did is they went from Studebaker. They bought the engineers, bought all the tools and the names, and they put a Chevy engine in it.
Yeah.
They sold the reiteration finally in 2000. They put them on a Mustang platform.
Yeah, but that's what, 289. Yeah, I figured they would have used, you almost would think they would use the Ford 289 because the same cubic inches as the Studebaker. I didn't know they had a...
Because it's fiberglass, they didn't need new tool. You got one part, you make another one off that part.
Yeah.
You make a mold,
right.
you build it up and run it.
Yeah, this car looks like you could sell this in 2024 as a brand new car. That's why I'm like, people today, the corporations are making all the money on the top, and they're not giving it to the workers and the engineers and the people that make these. And they just want it cheap as possible.
Studebaker left the country. They left the country in '63. They went on Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. When they built Studebaker till '68.
Wow.
But they didn't build this one.
No.
They only made 809.
Wow.
So this was built in '63 as a '64 model year.
Yeah. That's cool. Thanks for that information. Appreciate it.
Carry it with you.
Yeah. So I learned a lot right there, man. I guess there was some Avanti 2s that had the 289 Ford or the Chevy small block. I remember there was different mixed match of engine and transmission from different manufacturers, but I didn't know they had Studebaker specific stuff. So here I am learning as we go, right? There's a lot of stuff to learn about cars, believe me. I know a pretty decent core amount, but I don't know everything, obviously.